Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the 3200 podcast, man. We've got an excellent show for you today, man. It is election time again, all across America. And today, we're pretty much going to be talking trash about all of your favorite politicians, man. Stay tuned, man. We'll be right back after this.
Hey, the 3200, you know how we connect. 3200 Magnolia was the address. Beaumont, Texas, had to do it like that. Wanna welcome everybody to the podcast. Plenty stories that we gotta explore. From the views of husbands, fathers, entrepreneurs, baby fathers and workers. I know this though for certain. You gon' laugh, have a good time till your side hurting. 3200, but you already know this. You know it. Couple of brothers hard working and focused. Let's go. Intellectual, entertaining for show. 32 double O, let's go. 3200, but you already know this. Couple of brothers hard working and focused. Intellectual, entertaining for show. 32 double O, let's go. Hey, yeah, make sure that you turn it up. Get the talking, ain't no topic that we do not discuss. Yeah, everything and nothing at the same time. Good vibes, tune in, cause you know it's going down. 3200.
All right, all right. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. It's your boy Pink Ike here for one last week. Hopefully, Pink Ike. I got my big bro Leo in the house. What's happening, Leo?
Hey, not much. Just living just enough for the city, man. Just enough.
We got cousin Chris in his house. What's happening, cousin Chris?
What's up, everybody?
Right, I think Johnson's gonna be in and out today, so we see how that goes. Man, like I said in the intro before the intro, man, today we are talking about the election. Election, man. Have y'all voted yet, man?
No.
Yeah, I actually went today.
What you think, man? What you think about it?
Man, it's just some of them names. I'm like, I don't know who this is. Never heard of you. So, I want to make sure you get the right people in.
Yeah. If you're in Texas, early voting in Texas started Monday. What do you think, man? I always get in line, and when I get in the line to vote, I always kind of looking around the room, trying to read the room, trying to see, who has a chance, man. What did you see there in line when you went to go vote, Chris?
Oh man, when I went, really wasn't a line at all at the location I went to. Just people in there working. Actually, me and my mom actually went to vote together today. I almost, did a write-in and put my name on the ballot either, for one of the positions. But I was like, nah, let me not do that. But I normally, like I said, if it's like a line or whatever, a lot of people out there, I normally try to read the room too. But it was, like I say, it was nobody in there. So, hey, move time for, what is it, 2028?
Just so. Yeah. He don't care where he at all about. Just so.
Running for governor.
Just put my name somewhere. Railroad position. Man, yeah, it was. Well, I tell you, the place I go to usually for like midterms, I usually walk straight in, go vote, walk straight out. This time they had a line. It was a little bit longer line than what they usually have at midterms at the location I went to. So I was like, well, maybe people showing out for this midterm, which usually means one or two things that people are angry about something. And usually I'm thinking either people are angry about Biden or they're angry about this abortion ruling there. Which one y'all think, why? I think I even was reading in Georgia had high numbers for their early voting, their first day early voting. Now, why do you think people are coming and voting in this midterm? What are people angry about?
I think it's a little both. I think the Biden thing. Also, I think the abortion thing. I think the big jump. I noticed the big thing in Texas with what they're talking about is that even though a lot of the Republican Party voted life or whatever is for life, they wasn't planning on you can't have an abortion if it's rape or incest or something like that. They wasn't looking at things like that. They was more so on just the other parts of just I guess for lack of better terms, abortion for fun, I guess. Um they was looking at it like that. So I see a lot of commercials and stuff talking about stuff like that was that. I think they was like, yeah, no abortions, but we didn't mean for things like of that nature.
Yeah, yeah. So we'll see how it turns, man. It's gonna be real telling, and I think this midterm is gonna kind of tell you which direction they're gonna be moving towards here in another 2 years when we have the president election. Man, so let's start, man. There's some big elections going on, like Texas. The biggest one so far is governor. Governor. What's happening, Mr. Terry?
I think the governor one is this one is a little crazy for Texas, and I'm a new voter in Texas, so I'll be doing all that stuff process because I was born and raised in Texas. Then I did all the years military, so I was absentee voting then, and then we after I retired, we ended up living in Louisiana, so I was voting in Louisiana until I finally moved to San Antonio. So I'm a new but old voter. It's gonna be crazy because it seems like both of them are extreme. You got Beto, he's extreme on his end, and Governor Abbott is extreme on the Republican end. It's you have nobody in between. I think if you had somebody that was like in between both of those two, I think they would sweep all the votes because I don't really think I don't think people are too happy with Abbott. Abbott, he's been in for 8 years.
It's 2015.
Yeah. And they're really upset with him down here in Texas because of, as most of the country know, the Uvalde thing. When they had the snowstorm, pretty much the state was out of power, and they haven't fixed that yet. And that's crazy because Texas, we make way too much money in this state not to have something like that fixed. Couple of other shootings that they had under his watch. It's a plethora of things that look like he really didn't get done. But on the other end, you got Beto, and Beto is like he's to the extreme of what he said, like no guns, things like that, no borders. So it's you got extremes on both ends. I feel like if they would have had somebody in the middle, I feel like they would have swept it up.
Yeah. One thing I know Beto is trying to do, me being an educator, I know he's trying to get rid of that STAR test because it really doesn't teach kids nothing. It's not preparing them for nothing. I was in, I believe, the 10th grade because I came up under tax. And so I think when they did like a little test trial or whatever, I was in 10th grade and we took it. And man, I'm looking at this and I'm like, it literally looks like a SAT or the ACT.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, what is this crap? So that's one thing I agree with him. I really hadn't done my research, a lot of research on some of his policies yet, which I will. I plan on doing here now. But that's one thing, and I'm trying not to call Governor Abbott his nickname, but out of respect him. But man, to me, it's just we gotta get him out of office.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, and it's to that extreme. It's like, but you know, like you say, Beto has some good ideas and some good witch guys, but you know, like we all carry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so when you look at that type of stuff, it's a little different. You know, there are different, and I'm going to try not to cut you out too much. Ike.
Yeah.
You know what? Go ahead, do yours, Ike, and then I'll talk about the word gun control.
All right. I just shout out Mr. Terry. They say you guys voting done. I did a lot of studying of all the candidates before I made my choice. I'm kind of interested, Terry, in some of your choices right there and where you went with. I think for me, like I said, I don't really trust. I really think what's his name there? Beto. I think he's been actually running kind of I don't think his campaign has been as strong as I was a strong supporter of him when he was running for senator against Ted Cruz. I think he ran a great campaign that go round. And then something happened, and then it got really extreme after he lost that campaign, which was a narrow loss. And he started getting really, really far from the center. And I like my candidate somewhere in the center. But I think Governor Abbott has done a horrible job as governor. It's not that mistakes are happening, because mistakes are going to happen out of your control. What I look for is leadership. And when mistakes happen and when stuff happen, how do you handle it? And what do you do to resolve it to stop it from happening again? So we'll start with ERCOT. When half of Texas was frozen, and we had Senator Cruz going to take vacation in Mexico while everybody else here was suffering. He failed on that, man. You know, Texas froze. There was no repercussions to these power companies. There was nothing done to the power grid. There was absolutely nothing done to prevent this from happening. If we have another cold winter, guess what? A lot of Texans are going to be freezing in their house again.
And don't forget when that happened too, how they hiked up the prices of the electric. I mean, people went to like $2,000 electric bills, and they live in an apartment.
Yeah. Here, Southeast Texas, I'll be honest, we don't see him come around till it's election time. Or if it's a hurricane, he'll come over here and he'll roll up, do a little wave, and then roll right back out of there. That's all we see. Shootings, you mentioned the shootings. Since 2015, since he's been in office, we had a Dallas police shooting. We had the Dallas police shooting. We had the Sutherland Springs church shooting. We had the shooting inside the church. We had the Santa Fe High School shooting. We had the El Paso Walmart shooting, the Midland Odessa shooting, and then, of course, we had Uvalde. And in between that time, since 2015, in all of these shootings, shooting at police, shooting in churches, shooting in schools, all of this time, there's been absolutely nothing. And I know you're about to get in gun laws, and I guess I'll give you a little segue or whatever to jump into that. But even if you're not going to change out gun laws, I know the NRA owns you. You're their B.
You're their pawn, bro. I'm gonna say it like it is. You're their pawn.
Yeah, you're the NRA B. You're an NRA B. I understand that. They pay you. I understand that. Cool. But come up with something. If you're not going to do something about gun laws, at least do something. Hey, mental health, something, do something to do something. And you've done absolutely nothing. And hundreds of thousands of Texans have died since you've been in office. You show no regret. You do nothing. You send the families thoughts and prayers, and that's it. I think you've done just a horrible job at governor. Probably one of the worst since I've been alive. Probably one of the worst governors Texas has ever had.
I agree.
Yeah, because I know in the Uvalde shooting, did he even go to Uvalde?
He went to the
Biden went
first.
Yeah, I know Biden went down there.
Yeah, he went to the gun rally or whatever the NRA rally or whatever that day.
Yeah, that weekend he went to he was playing. I don't know if he actually went. I think he canceled last minute.
Yeah, he was getting a lot of flack. But
in my lifetime, we've had Bush as governor and Rick Perry. Give me one of them back rather than you at this point.
Terry says if you study Beto ideas, he's basing basing his campaign on shortcomings of Abbott instead of his strengths. Yeah, he's been really focused on Abbott's shortcomings there. You really hadn't told a lot of his strengths. And I'll be honest, we know what Texas is. I think Texas is turning purple. I don't think we're there yet, but I don't think Abbott will be able to do a whole bunch of stuff anyway. You know what I mean? Because of checks and balances, and you know they're going to stop him from getting a lot of his ideas out. It'd be almost like when Obama was in office, he get nothing done.
Yeah,
you mean Beto. Yeah, I agree. Because different people got different views and ideas on gun control. Mm-hmm. And that's where I started listening to what the person is saying when they start talking about that. You know, there are Democrats and Republicans who do get along with gun control and think that there need to be, you know, okay, a kid shouldn't be able to buy AR, you know, and then just walk out the store with it and then go shoot up a school same day. Right. You know, there should be some time in between, you know, some type of background checks, some type of decision on what they can actually buy at what ages, you know, and stuff like that. You know, I know y'all know. I got multiple weapons.
Yeah.
And I tell you the truth, sometimes I walk in there and I'm like, this was really quick. It's quicker to buy. When the last one I bought was, I can't remember if it was my wife's weapon or the bullpup, my 12 gauge. It was quicker to buy that than it was to buy a car.
Yeah,
I had more questions sent to me.
I have a harder time buying a can of paint. You ever try to buy a can of paint, like spray paint?
You get a harder time with that. But on that, and adding what you saying, Leo, man, with the background check, I think it needs to be a little bit deeper than what it is. You know, when you go and buy a gun.
And dude, to flip it, these gun shows, they don't even do all that.
You just buy them and
you just buy them and you out.
Yeah,
you get them and go.
Yeah.
So it does something needs. I don't mind. And truthfully, I don't mind them doing background checks. I don't mind if I went in there and been like, you know, if you want a gun, you have to wait a week.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You go in there, do all the paperwork and everything else, and then whatever day come back and the gun is there. You know what I mean. I don't mind it. You know, I'm still going to get the weapon I want. You know. Them registering me, I don't care. No, I got it. You know, if you somebody trying to come up to my house, no, I got it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like, go ahead.
But on the other end, some people, I look at that as gun control. Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm for when I say gun control. But there are some people who are extreme and want to take away from people, and I'm like, for what?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's like, I think it's on the news either yesterday or the day before, and I can't remember if it was here in Texas somewhere, but it's like a 19-year-old went and bought, I think it was an AR-15 or something, or AK, and bought like 600 rounds and brought it to the school.
Yeah.
I'm like, first off, you 19. How do you get a gun like that?
It's easy peasy. You know what I mean? And what's so bad about it, it's not like if you ask that 19-year-old, that kid, he didn't go underground or nothing like that to buy it. He just went straight in.
Right in there.
Yeah, because that's just the way the laws and everything else is set up, you know?
Yeah. And even like with around schools, you know, they're trying to beef up security. And I know here in Beaumont, we do bag checks and we have the metal detectors now. And I don't think that's even enough. I believe it may have been Vidor or Neyland, one of these school districts around here. The board were actually thinking about letting them have their teachers, like select teachers, be armed or whatever at random, you know, in case something did happen like that. But you got to do something better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not confident in neither. And this is the thing that bothers me the most about American politics right now. Is we the people are having to choose the worst and the out of the worst and the worst. We're getting two
Yeah.
horrible candidates over and over for just about every level of every level of government. We're getting two bad candidates, and we've got to choose from Dumb and Dumber. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just getting, like I didn't like neither one of these candidates, man. I'm not confident in neither one. I don't trust neither one of them. I don't think neither one of them is going to get anything done to help out with Texas, help Texas become better. Um, it's just a bad situation. Um, the other thing we got to watch for in Texas is the lieutenant governor, which we got Dan Patrick is our current lieutenant governor. The lieutenant governor actually has more power than the governor.
Yeah.
And who we got for lieutenant governor is a crazy jackbutt. Here in Texas, we vote on lieutenant governor. The governor does not get to pick who is lieutenant governor with, so we can have a Democrat governor and a Republican lieutenant governor, or vice versa, or Green Party, or independent, or whatever. We can have that, which I think that is nice. I would like to have a split ticket. I think that's what that make more sense, to be fair. But I don't even know the other people that's running, but I know I absolutely do not like. I think his name is Patrick. There,
Yeah.
He's the one who said during COVID, it's like, oh, I don't think our grandparents mind sacrificing themselves.
You idiot.
And he said a lot of other crazy stuff, man. This guy is probably the worst of people. Let me see. Roy. Terry says it's a shame we have to choose the lesser two evils. And I don't even think it's a less.
Everybody neck and neck right by now.
I don't think it's less. It's the devil. It's the devil you want. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. Other thing, man, we've been seeing superstars run for positions throughout the country there. Well, superstars, I don't know if you want to call them superstars, but stars, A-lister, B-listers. I guess we could start with your boy.
Talking about Herschel.
Yeah, man. I think he's former Dallas Cowboy. Herschel Walker, man. Yeah, your thoughts on Herschel?
On the debate that he had?
Quit.
On anything he's done.
Quit.
God.
He need to quit.
A lot.
Yeah, Herschel,
need
you
to
just
quit.
need to stop, man.
He needs
Just
to stop.
Just stay home. Just get out of politics. Because, man, in that debate that he had, he made himself look like a butt.
He said he think he won. He said he exposed the other guy.
That was asinine, like literally.
I think he need to get an MRI, a CAT scan, because I think he got hit a couple of times too hard.
Hey, man.
If we can find that clip of him in that doggone debate, we need to pull it.
You don't need that debate. I mean, the everything. Ain't got no children. Ain't get paid nobody for no abortion, but you got all kinds. She got receipts on this dude. Yeah, get an abortion. I mean, an abortion and everything. It's. I don't know, man. I just stop. Just stop, dude. Just stop.
Yeah,
that's the one thing I hate about some politicians, man. It's like they get so caught up in their party's agenda and stuff. It's like, just be real. Like,
yeah,
you're a Republican, and you think abortion is okay. Just say it, man. You know what I mean? If they're gonna vote for you either way or whatever, you're not the only Republican that ever had a doggone abortion. Don't think that you are. But I respect him just coming out and telling the truth. Like, yeah, man, hey, I messed up. I had a couple abortions, and I'm against abortion now. So I still respect that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you pretty much know it. He's a star.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that, you expect things
You
like
got to
that.
pick it a little.
You expecting him to be like, well, I went outside my marriage and I got some chick, I knocked some chick up. I told her to get it on push. You
Yeah.
expect that type of
I
behavior.
respect that more than you just sitting here lying and saying you against abortion. Like, bro, you had, you know. And then once the women come out, you still like, oh no, I didn't need to do that.
I mean, it's even like what the question was. Oh, they asked about they're like most people in Georgia don't have health insurance.
Yeah.
So like, what is your stand on that? And this fool got up there and was like, well, my plan is, you know, you don't have it, is to get the ones who on the government's assistance off of it. And he said something stupid. It was dumb. You gotta go back and watch it. But I watched it and I'm like, what?
I think he actually is a very nice dude, man. He's a real good, kind dude, man. He's a good dude, but he's a horrible politician. He should not be running. He should not be running.
You know who he is? He's that and I agree with Terry. It's like Walker's CTE candidate.
Yeah, CTE candidate.
But he's that old man you meet in the park. You know what I mean? They just come over and start talking to you. You're a nice guy, but something that old man say is
Hey, the funniest thing I heard a comedian say, Herschel Walker helmet had a soft spot.
There is a Herschel's a plant by Republicans.
He is. And he's very I can't remember the guy's name he's running against. The guy he's running against is actually very, very he's very smart, man.
I'm about to look it up.
And he's actually, you know, I mean, he's a guy that should be in the place he is. And I'm trying, you know, I want to be in the middle, but I'd rather a smart Republican or a smart Democrat, somebody who actually is going to do something in it.
Warnock.
Warnock. Yeah. He's actually a very, very smart guy. And he's good. He's good where he's at there. But Herschel was a horrible, I mean, sometimes be looking like, even on both sides of the aisle, I'd be like, bro, this is the best you put in this position. Is this what, you know?
I know a couple of presidential elections, I felt like.
Yes. This is the best. This is who you want.
Okay.
But I don't know, man. I don't know. They're trying to push agendas.
And then sometimes I think it's not even these parties, it's not even agendas. They just trying to put butts in seats.
Yeah.
That's the way I feel. It's like we just want to be the majority party. So we're gonna do whatever we gotta do to be the majority party.
Yeah.
And another thing, I don't remember growing up, I don't remember caring about which party the mayor of the city, but nowadays it seems like every position
every position
has a party behind it. The police chief, you know, or commissioner or whatever, he's on this party. It's like, why? That shouldn't matter.
It does.
You know, I hate to get pulled over and then somebody asks me, well, what party did you vote for? Is that gonna give me out my ticket? You know,
who you vote for? I vote for them too.
So it's very, very weird these days, and I don't know, man. It's too political.
Yeah, too political. Do you think that it's becoming more of like government? You know, locals always kind of like a popularity contest. But national, you're starting to see it in the national scale, and states where seems to me like it's almost a popularity contest. People are getting these people who are on TV or superstars, and they're getting them to run, like even like Herschel, and we got Dr. Oz, which we're gonna talk about Dr. Oz here in a minute. But we got these people running, and you're like, you know, these people are not qualified to be run any type of government, and you know, why are we up there? Even our past president, we're gonna probably get a lot of comments. You know, it's like we're not really qualified. Hey, he makes a good TV show and stuff. He made some good ties. Like, why are they? You know, do y'all think it's becoming like a popularity contest, or people are just looking for?
It is. It is there, and that's what I hate about it, because these people they're not even starting in a local community positions. Mm-hmm. They're just going straight for the top positions.
Yeah,
and then they get in there, and they don't know what they start talking crazy, and it's like, man, all this stuff is against the law, but they don't know the law.
Yeah,
right.
They just like they doing what they feel or saying what they feel, because some of the stuff they can't do. You know, somebody be there like, you can't do that. You can't.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
and that's how I feel about Herschel. I think Herschel would have made a good city council person or a mayor or something.
School board or something.
Yeah, but not senator.
Yeah.
You are not. Not a senator. You'd be great. Yes, you like you said, school board. I don't know about school board because he
He's coming there with a smartphone. Herschel don't know how to use that.
Yeah.
How you use this thing?
They be like, you said it. I got it on.
I think he would have made a good, like I said, like city level. He'd have been good. Good candidate. He would have wanted been good, but no way should he be running for senator right now.
Yeah. Yeah, and it goes for a lot of them.
Yeah,
a lot of levels, and it's crazy, you know. And what's so bad about it, back in the days, it seemed like people wouldn't even jump up. You know, groups of people be like, you know, sit down, ain't nobody voting for you.
Yeah.
I mean, drop out. Ronald Reagan make president, and everything that. Even going through what he went through, just because he was the governor, right, of California first.
Yeah, right? It was governor.
Just going through that was a surprise to people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know, he won. He fought the fight to win, but it wasn't like it is now. You know, somebody do a TikTok video, then next thing you know, they trying to go for senator. You know. They don't even know what a senator do. You know, they just start spouting out stuff and doing all these TikTok videos and everything else. And
speaking of TikTok videos, man, the young lady, was it in Virginia? When they was twerking, I wonder how her election came out.
That was Rhode Island.
I went and followed her on TikTok, by the way. I ain't seen her make no videos since.
She only needed to do it around election time, man. You gotta go all out for election.
She'll pop back up.
Yeah. Let's go to comments real quick there. Terry says that's what's ruining Beaumont. Partisan politics. Yeah, I believe so. A lot of people are choosing their party over people. And you see that on both sides. People choosing party, and they push these agendas and they push these ideas. Just because the party are doing it, they don't believe it for real, but they just pushing it. Even like one of the worst, like Marco Rubio. He's the biggest Republican disappointment for me. He was actually a great little candidate back in the day. Like he was good before 5 years ago, and then all of a sudden he flipped, and now he's talking nonsense, and I lost a lot of respect for him. I thought he was young and up and coming, and I thought he had a chance to become president in the future. But some of the rhetoric he speaks now is just
cocaine is one hell of a drug.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of the stuff he speaks is totally ridiculous. It's him and there's another. What's the guy who quit the Senate? I can't remember none of the names, but he was a good. He was a good candidate, and he quit. He just got frustrated with how everything was moving, and he quit too. He said Warnock and Walker would go to runoff. I believe so. Why? Because it's Georgia.
I think Warnock will end up winning it, but you're right. He probably will be a runoff.
Yeah, it's Georgia, And that's the point that really pissed me off. I want to ask this in the question, but I'm just going to make my statement. It's just the politics. I always say politics become a team sport. It's no longer just people being free thinkers and picking the right person who they think is going to do a good job. People are so set on my party is the best. I'm going to vote with my party no matter who they put in. And it's ruining everything around us. You know what I mean? It's ruining you're picking bad candidates. Sometimes your candidate sucks and you need to pick the other person. Or you need to put up a better candidate. So I don't even think the parties are even putting up good candidates. You know what I mean? We're coming close to the point where they're just going to be picking up the candidate who has the most followers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can see that happening in the future too.
Yeah. They're not even worried about what their position is, if they can put a sentence together or anything. We're just going to pay this person. He was famous and he has this many followers. Let's make him run.
Yeah. And I think too, with voters, they take on look at these candidates and they vote based off, oh, he said this. They want of what they want to hear. And they just going off of that instead of, actually doing your research, standing on your moral beliefs and ethical values and all the other stuff. You just listen to a bunch of words. Like, oh, I like that. I'm going to vote for him.
Yeah.
That's not how they work.
No. Nobody should be voting a straight party ticket. It could not be voting a straight party ticket. It takes accountability away from the politicians because they know I really don't have to do a good job because they're going to vote for me no matter what I say, do, or act. Or
I'm in this party.
Yeah, I'm in this party. They're going to vote for me anyway.
Because they voting for that party.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
And a prime example of it, former President Donald Trump. He was because he was a Democrat.
Yeah.
He was like, hey, all I gotta do.
And his views were not conservative at all.
At all.
None of his views. His views were totally against the party.
And he did exactly what he said. He said, I'm gonna run as a Republican, and he won it.
Yeah. So I'm getting all wound up, man. The politics, the politics talk get me off. All wound up, man. Man, but one thing that really gets on my nerves during election season is the campaign ads and the ads that come on TV with they're all horrible. You're watching your football game and you see these corny ads like, this person will destroy the world, but I'm great.
Yeah.
His face and I do this.
Or it started off as one of them doggone commercials like a Save a Child in Africa. Hi, I'm Donald Trump and I support this message.
Yeah. So we tried to find some of the worst ads for the candidates in 2022, man. And the first one we found here is of a lady. I can't even remember her name, but she's running for a position in Utah. And here's her ad.
Crocker.
Guys, let me know what y'all think about this one.
Hey, Utah District 12, listen up right here. There's a new name on the ballot for the Senate this year. My name is Linda Paulson, Republican and awesome. Love God and family and the Constitution. I tried to get another conservative to run. Nobody could do it, so I'm getting it done. I'm pro-religious freedom, pro-life, pro-police, the right to bear, and the right to free speech. I want less government control and regulation. Want to stop and expose all political corruption with integrity, morality, accountability. Government programs should lead to self-sufficiency and support traditional family as the fundamental unit of society. But in schools, they're pushing for new beliefs. And just to clarify this, because there's some who can't define this, as a female adult, I know what a woman is.
Did she even take a breath at all?
Man, she got bars.
She's like a pass out.
I hate this so much. You're in Utah.
Yes.
Utah ain't got nothing. Utah is not the foundation of hip hop. You know what I mean?
At all.
There's no reason, and it's just like Terry said. There must be some black people in Utah now, because she's pandering for that black vote.
She's running against a black lady in Utah.
Oh, so that's even worse.
Yeah.
That is even worse, lady. You're going to hell for the song. Why do you have to get on there and just get on there and say what you're down for without all the craziness? That is not you. You don't listen to NWA. You know what I mean? I don't see. There's nothing about this. Ooh, I'm just so mad. It's racist to me. I don't care what you say. This is just a racist. What the?
It was bad.
So bad.
If she had some bars, man, it'd be good. That's the thing I hate about campaign ads too, man. That's the one thing I hate. Like they always talk about, like they have no substance in what they're saying. What they're saying, there's about 40 other ads that the same people are saying the same thing. I'm for police. I'm for this. I'm for that. Like I'm against this. I'm going to expose corruption. Like, okay, so how are you going to do that? What are you going to do?
By exposing themselves?
Yeah. Oh goodness. Oh yeah. Terry, I can't put the comment up there, but Terry said there's some local pandering going on out here too in Beaumont. There, yeah, we see it all the time. It gets bad in Beaumont. It gets bad in Beaumont. Well, it probably get bad everywhere, but we got election coming up. I think next year, I believe. The year after next. I can't remember. It's been 2 years yet. So you're gonna see a lot of people volunteering and doing stuff, but it'd be the funniest thing because if you're standing there, you're like, what is he doing? Like we had one guy, it was during one of the hurricanes or whatever. So he walked in his church, grabbed the spoon, stirred a pot of chili, took a picture, then dropped the spoon and walked out. He walked out, man. It's just like, look what I did. And it just walked out, like, it didn't care, didn't feed anybody, whatever. It just took a picture and put a post up, and he's like, everybody's like, oh, he's our hero. He's saving everybody. Like, the dude is a fraud, man. He
posted a video right after him leaving.
Yeah.
Getting in this car.
He doesn't care. But you see a lot of that around here. People all of a sudden are going to all of the networking events and doing all the volunteer work and everything. And then as soon as you get them in position, I like I say it goes everywhere. As soon as you get in position, they forget everything they ran on and half the stuff they said they were going to do, they don't do, and don't even attempt to do it. And quit volunteering, I put it that way.
He ain't rubbing no more spoons. Ain't picking them up.
Yeah, he had picked up a spoon since then.
And that's true too, Pierre. People do vote for these people. Yeah. They don't do any research.
No,
they don't look into those things. They don't, like you said, like she was like police, this and all that, but she hasn't defined what that means. I'm for this, I'm for that, or they be like, oh, this person is against this, against that, but they don't define what that mean or what that's saying, because a lot of times they'd be like, oh, I'm pro-police. Then next thing you know, after they get elected 2 or 3 months later, oh, well, because of money, we're, downgrading the police force, all this other stuff like that. But, before the election, you said you was pro-police.
Yeah.
And then if you really look into what some of these cities were saying when they was like defunding the police, it wasn't the police the checks, the amount of money that they were paying the police. It was actually the things like you got somewhere that, let's say it's Beaumont. Mm-hmm. You got Beaumont, the police is funded $1 million 4 years in a row. I can't even think of something that Beaumont would need 4 years in a row with $1 million. You know, the police, let's say the police force to pay them all and the building, you know, and everything might cost like maybe half a million. So you got another $500,000. Where's that money going? And then, you know, you'll start seeing these things where these police force come out rolling down the street, something happened, and they roll down the street in a tank. You know what I mean? They come landing in a Harrier jet. You know, how did the police force get?
I mean, they are buying new trucks and stuff now. I see.
We got new trucks out.
We got trucks, SUVs.
But I enjoy funding our local police. I haven't got a ticket in 2 years, but if you pull me over, I'm gonna play back this video there.
I support y'all too. I got pulled over this summer.
But I'm just saying,
you're right.
Who said defunding the police, they was talking about it was too much in the budget.
Well,
and
to the police. Stuff they were trying to take away from was really trying to help the police. Like, hey, mental cases, why are we sending police there? Let's send professionals. Let's send professionals to this stuff. You don't have to send the police to everything.
Training and stuff.
Let's take some responsibility off of them where they can actually go after the crime and we can take care of domestic issues.
Yeah.
But we couldn't have that conversation because it became political.
Yes.
Another video, man. Let's go to another. This one here was probably the absolute worst of the year. Here, man. This one here is something big there. Let's take a look at it.
Are you sure?
Hey, have you seen the TV ads with the governor talking about the great things she's done for Michigan?
She's a liar. Whitmer can say what she wants, but we live here. Just look around, man.
During COVID, Whitmer locked down businesses like the Uaso Barber and put one woman from Holland in jail. Oh yeah, 3,000 restaurants closed. And she's pro-business?
Yeah, right.
And what about those higher gas and food prices?
Our schools were closed for almost 2 years. Poor kids.
Speaking of kids, Whitmer says she's gonna work like hell to keep killing babies.
And she put COVID patients in Graham's nursing home.
Graham died alone. Okay, I'm voting for the other chick. What's her name?
Tudor Dixon.
Okay, let's roll.
Watch out for potholes. Whitmer never kept your promise to fix the damn roads.
That's got to be the absolute worst.
Yeah, first off, that was if y'all even had a budget, that was horrible.
I still think this was better than the
rapping lady
rapping. But yeah, this is. What's the other chick?
What's her name?
Like, wow.
He said other chick. Like,
wow.
But look, man, the bikers, man, like
yeah,
the budget, man. Look at the bikers, man. They look like some broke
They only
pirates.
had like 3
They
bikes.
got 'em off the street,
I just
I'm
want you
telling
to know that it wasn't enough for all of them to ride.
man, they found them on the street. They say we'll pay y'all in McDonald's to come shoot a commercial.
He said Graham died.
I was like, what? Where did this come from? Oh man, the commercials are crazy. I seen one the other day, and it was for Texas, and this lady was talking about how if Beto will be, and he's never been governor or nothing like that, so they like he'll be easy on crime. She was trying to say her son died, and the killer got released early, and then went out and killed someone.
Sorry about that.
Well, she said her son died, and the killer got released early or something like that, and then he killed some more people or something like that. And she was like, "You better get what you call it." But I was thinking about it. I was like, "Well, the person who released your kid's assailant had to be the person who's in power now.
Yeah.
I was like, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's who signed off on the paper, man.
It doesn't add up.
Yeah, like Beto doesn't have any power, but
Yeah, you better look at that. That's who signed off on the paper. Is
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
something that's been racking my nerves, man, especially during election time. All these campaign people texting my phone from all these different numbers. Say, hey, this is Maria. Like, look, I voted already, so y'all can stop texting my phone. Okay, I got 2 phones.
More
I'm
voters.
glad y'all don't have both cell phone numbers.
Oh man. You know what I do. I've seen y'all the screenshots when I be
I'm
replying.
gonna start doing that next time.
I think somebody from Beto office replied me. I was like, is Beto down with the P's and the H's?
Oh God. No, have y'all gotten a letter in the mail? Like it's a nice little fancy envelope. It's addressed like it's a personal letter to you. And I open it up, it's a doggone letter from Beto now.
They care about you, Chris.
I'm like, man, who's sending me mail?
They care about your vote.
I honestly thought it was a check the other day. But
I hate everything about Kevin. I hate the signs because I think it'd be too many doggone signs everywhere.
it's the worst.
Everything looks ugly to me. I hate the signs. I hate the ads because the ads are always extreme, just like that one. Like, she killed babies. Like, that lady ain't killed no babies. Like, she killed babies.
I'm like, wow, they threw out for 2 years and everybody else still going to school. I was like, COVID is over by the time.
Yeah.
Like, y'all school been closed for 2 years.
Like, everybody's school was closed.
And it was like, yeah, I'm sure the kids didn't care. You know,
Yeah.
the kids like, yes.
So that's always get me there, but I always hate that. It's just too much stuff. There's actually one campaign I'm watching closely here on our ballot in for Southeast Texas. Is one young man. He did a lot of campaigning. He's got signs and he did all the networking. And he's going against another young man who did absolutely nothing. I didn't even know the dude was running. I know the dude, but I didn't even know he was running for the position because I ain't seen one sign or one anything
behind the scenes.
Yeah, so I'm kind of interested in that race just to see if not spending that money on all the signs and all the ads and all that stuff, if he still wins. I think his party's going to be behind him. People are going to vote for him just because he's in his party. But he had absolutely no. He said he's bad. He probably is. I'll tell you later on who I'm talking about there.
There's a lot of plants.
This dude might be. Well, yeah, I'll tell you about that off screen. I don't want to ruin the dude.
Get us canceled.
Yeah, well, I ain't worried. He ain't gonna get us canceled. He's nobody. He's just a local politician. But he's done absolutely nothing, man. And if he wins, then I know, it's just people just voted for him for whatever reason. But them people spend, they spending like $60,000, $80,000 on signs. Bruh, I'm like 60, 80,000. You could actually just help the people you trying to help instead of trying to get off.
Yeah.
And then, the crazy thing is with the campaign money they got left over, they can't spend it on themselves. They got to donate it or something else, but they cannot spend it on themselves.
Donate it to who?
Like a charity, a little league organization, but they can't spend it on themselves.
Man. Yeah. Ain't nobody really watching them books like they should.
Nah.
I got one more I share, man. We're getting close to the end, but I want to share this one here, man. This one here, I'll let y'all watch it and tell me what y'all think about this one. This one is about Dr. Oz.
Oh, God.
We'd like you to keep your promise to us, if you please, sir.
And now I've got the #1 miracle in a bottle to burn your fat. It is the new Miracle Berry. Lightning in a bottle. The miracle of the year. It's raspberry keto, sea buckthorn, alpha cyclodestrine, green coffee bean extract, Yacon syrup, red palm oil.
Garcinia cambogia.
It's a miracle flower, miracle pill, brand new miracle.
Do you believe that there's a miracle pill out there?
There's not a pill that's going to help you long-term lose weight, live the best life without diet and exercise.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
You may think magic is make-believe, but this little bee has scientists saying they found a magic weight loss cure for every body type.
A recent study found the main ingredient in those magic beans not only fails to help lab mice, it gave them the early symptoms of diabetes.
I'll fight to secure the border so we don't have to fly illegal immigrants into airports like this in the middle of the night.
He actually had to pay the largest fine in American history for employing undocumented workers. $95 million? I can't even believe this figure.
I'm a resident of Montgomery County. I voted twice, so I feel big time Pennsylvania.
For years, he's lived in New Jersey, and his social media still frequently shows him at his North Jersey mansion. So he is running for office in a state he doesn't seem to want to live in.
He's completely changed his positions on just about every issue.
At this point, Bill Cosby is a more credible TV doctor.
I know you know how much power you have. You are very powerful.
If you are really great and powerful, you keep your promises.
Physicians say Dr. Oz is a quack and a charlatan.
The only thing that people like Dr. Oz care about is themselves.
You're a very bad man.
Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
So that one was the Wizard of Oz. The Wizard of Oz. What y'all think about that one, man? What y'all thought about that one?
That was a lot of production.
Yeah.
I'm glad that movie isn't owned by Disney because Disney would be on a
straight up lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit.
Yeah.
I would say it's real creative though, man. It wasn't just
really creative.
campaign ad.
Somebody really don't like Dr. Oz. I found it very funny. I don't know construction agencies who didn't have to pay 91 million dollars. Yeah, 95 million dollars. That's a lot of immigrants you paying. I don't know what's going on, bro. I don't know what Dr. Oz got going on. That's Jesus.
He had a lot going on, man.
But I'm like, even construction agencies ain't paying that much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
That's a lot of the people who yelling about illegal immigration, you know, they got immigrants working for them.
Yeah.
That's like, bro, you know, that's that thing. Like I said, you're saying one thing because this is what your party believes, but you really believe something. Just come out and tell the truth, man. That's why I had so much respect for Arizona Senator John McCain. Because he told you what he want, man. He was honest. He was a Republican and everything, but he told you stuff that he disagreed with the party. He just said, "Hey, I disagree with that. This is what I believe." You know, he was a maverick, like they used to say that. I had so much respect for him because he went against the party on stuff that he really believed in. You know, and he wasn't there for himself. So I think we need more candidates on both sides of the aisle that does that type of thing, man. That really just
go against your party for what your state needs.
Yeah,
a lot of times these politicians don't do that.
Yeah.
Go against if there's a bill that's being passed and it's not your party is cool with it, but it's not going to help your state.
Yeah,
I can't get behind it. This is for my state. I've seen a couple of actually when Obama was in and they was doing the Obamacare. I saw a couple of Republicans that was like, I forgot what state the guy was in, and he was like, although it's not for my party, this will help my state and the people in my state.
Yeah,
you know, so I have to vote for it because you know I'm for my people.
Yeah, you look at and that's what confused the heck out of me about states like Mississippi, Georgia, some of these states that are the poorest states, and they need every little bit of government assistance. And all of these people are yelling, yeah, we don't want the government assistance. We don't want that. We don't want that. Like, bro, you're getting it every week. You're using Obama. No, I'm not using Obamacare. I'm using government health care.
The Affordable Care Act.
I'm using the Affordable Care Act. Like this is stuff that you really need. This is stuff that the majority of your state is y'all know how Mississippi and Georgia is.
Just ask Brett Favre,
Yeah.
Favre Care.
Yeah, Favre Care. That's what they got out there.
Yeah, these people are voting stuff against what they need, But I digress. Hey, man, it's been a good show, man. That hour went by quick today, huh?
Yeah.
We didn't even get to all the other ads that we wanted to make fun of, man, but that was good. Chris, I start with you. Got any final words, man?
I think I already said them. It is voting time, election time. Man, my age group, I'm 28, in an age group of 18 to 35. They tend not to vote. Man, get out and go vote. This is your time to speak up. This is your voice. If you don't vote, you don't have the right to complain about anything. So use your doggone time and go vote. That's all I got to say.
Appreciate it, Chris. Leo, final word.
I agree with Chris, man. Get out there, research. Look, I wish I could remember the site. If I remember, I'll post it in here. But there's sites out there that give you a quick summary of your candidates everywhere. Get out there and vote and do the little research. Don't just vote because of your party. Your party likes this or your party likes that, because you're gonna wind up finding out if something changed if your party changed while that person is in position, and they're just running with the party, they're going to change with the party.
Yeah.
So do some research, find out who the person is, get out there and vote, and do your thing.
Yep. And I agree with both of these guys, man. The people that's sporty and fine like me. In my age group, man, let's go ahead and make sure you pack the polls. I always say midterms are more important than the presidential election, because these people are actually making the laws and doing the stuff that's going to directly affect you. The stuff that the president is trying to push and stuff. A lot of that stuff we don't even see, but this is your day-to-day. Everything that you deal with day-to-day is going to be coming from these city positions, these state positions that's going to and it's senator positions that's going to affect you directly. If you're mad about Biden and where your money's at and how the economy is right now, get out and vote. If you're mad about the abortion ruling, stop sitting around and complaining. Get up there and vote. This is the only way this stuff is going to change. You not voting is why this stuff is going the way it's going. And then hold these candidates accountable once they are in office, if they're not moving the way you put. If you're part of a party, your party's not putting up good candidates, go yell at your party, man. Force your party to put up better candidates, man. You people got more power than you can. Right now, the parties are running the people, and the people aren't running the parties. And America's failing because of that. So get out, go vote, whatever you vote for, whoever you vote for, man. We really don't care. We'll probably get some hate messages on YouTube off of this video just because it's a campaign thing, and people will be like, you're dumb because you believe in, like, we hadn't said anything that we believe. We hadn't promoted any candidate. That was not our that's not what we came here to do. We just came to poke fun at all the dumb stuff that's going on in the campaign. So if you write a bad comment, F you. I'm not even going to go through and read it. I'm just going to tell you now. That's your message. I didn't waste my time reading it there. Just F you. But like Terry said too, I think Terry said, do your research, man. I think he said that earlier. He did his research on every candidate. That's the only way you're going to get the best people in there. That's the only way you're going to make some positive in your life. Is to go ahead, research every candidate on both sides, and the Green and the Independents too. Do your research and get them people, get the right people in office, man. So we appreciate everybody who watched. Terry, we appreciate you conversating with us, man. We're going to have to pull you on the show one time here, Mr. Roy. Thank y'all again. Thanks for watching again. Make sure you go through, like, subscribe, and share. And we'll see you next time on the 3200.
Peace.
3200, but you already know this. Couple of brothers hard working and focused.